Lawrence Taylor. He exploded into the NFL in 1981 and instantly changed how football was played. Drafted second overall by the New York Giants, Taylor's rookie season was one for the ages. He captured both the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year and Defensive Player of the Year awards, setting the tone for a career unlike any other. His blend of speed, strength, and relentless pursuit forced teams to rewrite entire offensive playbooks. Over 13 seasons with the Giants, Taylor recorded 132.5 sacks, 1,088 tackles, and 33 forced fumbles. His presence off the edge turned every quarterback dropback into a gamble. Coaches couldn't block him with one lineman, sometimes not even two. He made the outside linebacker position one of the most feared spots on the field. In 1986, Taylor reached the peak of dominance, winning the NFL MVP, a rare honor for a defensive player, after leading the league with 20.5 sacks and guiding the Giants to a 14-2 record and their first Super Bowl title. His leadership helped the team secure another championship in 1990. By the time he retired in 1993, Taylor had earned 10 Pro Bowl selections, 2 Super Bowl rings, and a first-ballot induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1999. Ray Lewis. He redefined the linebacker position with ferocity, leadership, and longevity. Drafted by the Baltimore Ravens in the first round of the 1996 NFL Draft, Lewis quickly became the foundation of a franchise known for its defense. Across 17 seasons, he recorded over 2,000 total tackles, 41.5 sacks, 31 interceptions, and 20 fumble recoveries, earning a reputation as one of the most dominant defenders in league history. Lewis led the 2000 Ravens defense, which allowed only 165 points in 16 games, still one of the lowest in modern NFL history. That same year, he was named Super Bowl 35 MVP after Baltimore's 34-7 victory over the New York Giants. He earned 13 Pro Bowl selections, 7 first-team All-Pro honors, and was named NFL Defensive Player of the Year twice, 2000 and 2003. Beyond numbers, Lewis's energy and leadership shaped a generation. His pregame speeches and fiery intensity became symbols of Baltimore's identity. In his final season, he returned from injury to help the Ravens capture Super Bowl 47, ending his career on the ultimate high note. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2018, Ray Lewis stands among the greatest linebackers of all time, a player who turned defense into legacy, passion into performance, and the middle of the field into his stage. Dick Butkus changed the way the linebacker position was played in the NFL. Born in Chicago in 1942, he became the hometown hero when the Bears drafted him third overall in 1965. From his very first season, Butkus showed he wasn't just another defender, he was a game changer. Standing 6 feet 3 inches and weighing 245 pounds, he delivered bone-rattling hits that set the tone for an entire era of defense. During his 9 seasons with the Bears, Butkus recorded 22 interceptions and 27 fumble recoveries, the most by a defensive player at the time. He earned 8 Pro Bowl selections, 6 first-team All-Pro honors, and was named NFL Defensive Player of the Year twice. Despite suffering severe knee injuries that eventually ended his career in 1973, his relentless pursuit of the football and unmatched aggression made him one of the most feared players in NFL history. Off the field, Butkus became a cultural figure, starring in commercials, movies, and later lending his name to the Butkus Award, which honors the nation's best linebackers at every level of football. In 1979, Dick Butkus was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, forever immortalized as the standard for toughness, passion, and defensive dominance. His name still defines the heart and identity of Chicago football. By the way, I'm going to be posting a lot more interesting videos on the channel. I would greatly appreciate it if you could show your support by liking this video and subscribing to the channel. Thank you. Jack Lambert became the face of the Pittsburgh Steelers' Steel Curtain defense from 1974 to 1984. Drafted in the second round out of Kent State, Lambert joined a team already building a dynasty and quickly turned it into a nightmare for opposing offenses. His fiery demeanor and fearless play redefined what it meant to be a middle linebacker in the NFL. At 6 feet 4 and 220 pounds, Lambert wasn't the biggest, but he played like a wrecking ball. In his rookie season, he won NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year, anchoring a defense that dominated the decade. He went on to earn 9 Pro Bowl selections, 6 first-team All-Pro honors, and the 1976 NFL Defensive Player of the Year award. That same year, the Steelers' defense recorded 5 shutouts, cementing its place in history. Lambert helped Pittsburgh capture 4 Super Bowl titles, 9, 10, 13, and 14, and became the emotional heartbeat of a team that ruled the 1970s. Known for his signature toothless snarl and relentless energy, Lambert recorded 28 interceptions and over 1,400 tackles, numbers that only hint at his true impact before official tackle stats were tracked. Lambert retired in 1984 due to a toe injury. He retired as one of the most respected defenders ever to wear black and gold. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1990, Jack Lambert remains the standard for toughness, the player who made every yard against Pittsburgh feel like a battle. Jack Ham redefined what it meant to be a linebacker in the National Football League. Drafted by the Pittsburgh Steelers in the second round of the 1971 NFL Draft, Ham quickly became the backbone of the steel curtain defense that dominated the 1970s. Known for his sharp instincts and near-perfect positioning, he wasn't just a tackler, he was a strategist. Across 12 seasons from 1971 to 1982, Ham played 162 games, recorded 32 interceptions and 21 fumble recoveries, numbers that rival many defensive backs. He earned 8 Pro Bowl selections, 6 first-team All-Pro honors, and helped lead Pittsburgh to 4 Super Bowl championships. Teammates described him as the quiet enforcer, someone who could diagnose a play before the offense even moved. At 6 feet 1 inch and 225 pounds, Ham combined quickness, awareness, and discipline in a way few linebackers ever matched. He wasn't the loudest on the field, but his precision made him one of the most efficient defenders in NFL history. Ham's anticipation and timing consistently disrupted offenses, often turning potential gains into losses. After retiring in 1982, Ham's impact endured. His approach to film study and game preparation influenced generations of linebackers who came after him. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1988, Willie Lanier transformed the way middle linebackers played football. Joining the Kansas City Chiefs in 1967, Lanier became the first African-American to start at the position in professional football, a groundbreaking achievement in an era of change. Standing 6 feet 1 inch and weighing 245 pounds, he anchored the Chiefs' defense with intelligence, power, and precision. Across 11 seasons from 1967 to 1977, Lanier recorded 27 interceptions, 18 fumble recoveries, and earned 8 All-Star and Pro Bowl selections. Between 1968 and 1975, he was named All-Pro or All-AFL every year, proof of his unmatched dominance. One of his defining moments came in the 1969 AFL playoffs when he led a goal line stand against the New York Jets, inspiring Kansas City to a Super Bowl run. In Super Bowl IV, Lanier commanded the defense as the Chiefs stunned the Minnesota Vikings 23-7, sealing their first championship. His leadership extended beyond the field. In 1972, he won the NFL Man of the Year award for his character and community work. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1986, Willie Lanier's name remains synonymous with toughness, discipline, and leadership, a true cornerstone of NFL linebacker history. Bobby Bell. He redefined what it meant to play linebacker. Standing 6 feet 4 inches and weighing 228 pounds, Bell's mix of speed, size, and instincts made him one of the most complete defenders of his generation. Born in Shelby, North Carolina in 1940, Bell starred at the University of Minnesota, winning the 1962 Outland Trophy as the nation's best lineman. Drafted by both the Minnesota Vikings and Kansas City Chiefs in 1963, he chose the Chiefs and changed the franchise forever. Originally starting as a defensive end, Bell was moved to outside linebacker in 1965 by coach Hank Stram. The shift unlocked his full potential. Across 12 seasons, 1963 to 1974, Bell played 168 consecutive games, earning 6 AFL All-Star selections, 3 Pro Bowls, and 6 All-Pro honors. He recorded 26 interceptions, returning 6 for touchdowns, a record number for linebackers at the time, and scored a total of 9 career touchdowns through interceptions, fumbles, and special teams. Bell was instrumental in the Chiefs' AFL titles in 1966 and 1969, and in their Super Bowl IV victory over the Minnesota Vikings. Known for reading plays before they developed, his closing speed and tackling precision made him one of the league's most feared defenders. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1983, Bell became the first Kansas City Chief to receive that honor. His number 78 is retired, and he remains a cornerstone of the NFL's 100th anniversary all-time team, a lasting symbol of excellence at linebacker. Mike Singletary commanded the middle of the field with unmatched intensity during his 12 seasons with the Chicago Bears from 1981 to 1992. Drafted in the second round out of Baylor University, Singletary quickly became the emotional and strategic leader of the famed Monsters of the Midway defense. Standing only 6 feet tall, he wasn't the biggest linebacker, but his vision, instincts, and drive made him one of the most feared defenders of his era. Across 179 games, Singletary recorded 1,488 tackles and 19 fumble recoveries. He intercepted 7 passes, but his greatest impact came from his leadership. Known for his piercing eyes and fierce focus before every snap, he organized the Bears' defense like a field general. His peak came in 1985, when Chicago's defense dominated the league, allowing just 12.4 points per game on the way to a 15-1 record and a Super Bowl 20 title. Singletary was named the NFL Defensive Player of the Year award in both 1985 and 1988. Over his career, he made 10 Pro Bowls and was named First-Team All-Pro 7 times. In 1998, his contributions were immortalized with induction into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Beyond the stats, Mike Singletary's relentless energy and leadership turned him into the standard for what a true middle linebacker should be: fierce, disciplined, and unshakably devoted to his team. Junior Seau became the heartbeat of every defense he led. Born on January 19, 1969 in San Diego, California, Junior's journey from Oceanside High to the NFL defined passion, power, and perseverance. Drafted 5th overall by the San Diego Chargers in 1990, he instantly transformed the team's defense with his energy and leadership. Across 13 seasons with the Chargers, Junior earned 12 Pro Bowl selections, 6 first-team All-Pro honors, and guided San Diego to Super Bowl 29 in 1994, the franchise's first appearance on football's biggest stage. After leaving San Diego, Junior continued his relentless pursuit of excellence with the Miami Dolphins and later the New England Patriots, where he helped the team reach Super Bowls 42. However, he played 20 seasons and had 56.5 sacks, 18 interceptions. His career tackle is over 1,800. His unmatched work ethic and enthusiasm made him a role model for an entire generation of linebackers. Tragically, Junior's life ended in 2012 at age 43. His passing brought national attention to CTE, leading to major discussions about player safety and the long-term effects of repeated head trauma in football. In 2015, the football world honored his legacy when Junior Seau was posthumously inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, remembered not only for his dominance but for the emotion and humanity he brought to the game. Derrick Brooks. Born on April 18, 1973 in Pensacola, Florida, Brooks became one of the most intelligent and consistent linebackers the NFL has ever seen. At Florida State, he earned All-American honors twice and helped the Seminoles capture the 1993 National Championship before entering the 1995 NFL Draft. Selected 28th overall by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Brooks immediately became the heart of a defense that would soon change football. He played 14 seasons and recorded 13.5 sacks and 25 interceptions. He did not miss a start and played in 224 straight games. In 2002, he had 173 tackles, 5 interceptions, and 4 touchdowns. That year, he led Tampa Bay to its first Super Bowl championship, sealing the victory with a 44-yard interception return against the Oakland Raiders in Super Bowl 37. His performance earned him NFL Defensive Player of the Year honors. An 11-time Pro Bowler, 5-time First-Team All-Pro, and the 2000 Walter Payton Man of the Year, Brooks' leadership extended far beyond the field. He was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2014, and his iconic number 55 was retired by the Buccaneers. Brian Urlacher. He defined the heart of the Chicago Bears defense for over a decade. Drafted 9th overall in the 2000 NFL Draft out of New Mexico, Urlacher brought a rare blend of speed, strength, and awareness that instantly reshaped the middle linebacker role. He won NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year and recorded 8 sacks as a rookie, setting the tone for a dominant career. Throughout 13 seasons with Chicago, Urlacher became the face of consistency and leadership. He finished with over 1,300 tackles, 41.5 sacks, 22 interceptions, 11 forced fumbles, and 90 passes defended, all while serving as the anchor of Lovie Smith's feared Tampa 2 defense. His ability to read quarterbacks and command the field earned him 8 Pro Bowl selections and 4 first-team All-Pro honors. In 2005, Urlacher won the NFL Defensive Player of the Year, and a year later, he helped lead the Bears to Super Bowl 41. Urlacher had a career high of 25 tackles against the Cardinals in 2006, a night that perfectly captured his relentless pursuit and energy. Injuries would slow him late in his career, but even then, Urlacher's football IQ and intensity never faded. He retired in 2013, leaving behind a legacy built on toughness, intelligence, and loyalty to one franchise. In 2018, he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame on the first ballot, a fitting tribute to one of the most respected linebackers to ever play the game. Patrick Willis embodied dominance and discipline during his 8 remarkable seasons with the San Francisco 49ers. Drafted 11th overall in 2007, Willis burst onto the scene with 174 tackles, earning Defensive Rookie of the Year and First-Team All-Pro honors in his debut season. From that point, he became the face of the 49ers defense, a player known for unmatched instincts, speed, and leadership. Over his career, Willis earned 7 Pro Bowl selections and 5 first-team All-Pro honors, leading one of the NFL's most feared defensive units. He played a vital role in guiding San Francisco to Super Bowl 47 and multiple playoff runs under coach Jim Harbaugh. His range, tackling precision, and ability to read plays made him the heartbeat of the 49ers during their defensive resurgence in the early 2000s. Statistically, Willis finished his career with 950 tackles, 20.5 sacks, 8 interceptions, and 16 forced fumbles, numbers that rival some of the longest tenured linebackers in history, despite retiring after just 8 seasons. His leadership extended beyond the field, inspiring teammates through quiet determination and work ethic rather than words. When injuries forced him to retire in 2015 at age 30, many felt the league had lost one of its purest competitors too soon, yet his legacy only grew stronger. In 2024, Patrick Willis was enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, a fitting tribute to a linebacker whose short but spectacular career redefined the position. Luke Kuechly commanded the middle of the field, with a precision rarely seen in NFL history. Drafted 9th overall by the Carolina Panthers in 2012, he immediately made an impact, leading the league in tackles as a rookie with 164 and capturing the NFL Defensive Rookie of the Year award. Just 1 year later, he became the youngest Defensive Player of the Year since Lawrence Taylor, proving that instinct could be just as lethal as raw power. Across 8 seasons, Luke was the heartbeat of Carolina's defense. He finished his career with 1,092 tackles, 18 interceptions, 12.5 sacks, and 7 forced fumbles. His unmatched ability to diagnose plays before the snap turned him into a coach on the field, often calling out an opponent's play before it unfolded. During the Panthers' 15-1 run in 2015, Luke delivered 2 playoff pick sixes, helping lead his team to Super Bowl 50. Yet, his career was defined not just by dominance, but by courage. Multiple concussions forced him to step away in 2020 at just 28 years old. His tearful retirement speech revealed the emotional weight of a player who gave everything to the game. Even in retirement, Luke's legacy remains intact. A 7-time Pro Bowler, 5-time first-team All-Pro, and the standard of what a true middle linebacker should be. His combination of intelligence, speed, and heart made him one of the most respected defenders of his generation. Bobby Wagner redefined what consistency means at linebacker. Drafted in the 2nd round of the 2012 NFL Draft by the Seattle Seahawks, he quickly earned the role of defensive leader for one of the most dominant defenses in modern football. From his rookie season, Wagner's impact was immediate, combining elite instincts with explosive tackling that helped the Seahawks capture Super Bowl 48 in 2014. Across his career, Wagner has recorded over 1,700 total tackles, 30 sacks, 6 interceptions, and 10 fumble recoveries, ranking among the top tacklers in NFL history. His vision and discipline turned broken plays into highlight reel stops. Named to 9 Pro Bowls and 6 first-team All-Pro rosters, he has been the anchor of Seattle's defense for more than a decade, with brief stints in Los Angeles before returning home to the Pacific Northwest. What sets Wagner apart isn't just his stats, it's his leadership. He's the rare linebacker who calls the plays, diagnoses the offense, and makes the tackle himself. In 2016, he posted 167 tackles, leading the league and setting a single-season franchise record. Even into his 30s, he continues to perform at an All-Pro level, earning yet another honor in 2023. Sam Huff. He changed how football fans viewed the linebacker position. Playing for the New York Giants and later Washington, Huff became one of the first true stars on defense. Drafted in the third round of the 1956 NFL Draft, he made an immediate impact as a rookie, helping the Giants capture the 1956 NFL Championship. His power, awareness, and tackling instincts made him the cornerstone of New York's defense through the late 1950s. Huff's resume spoke volumes. He earned 5 Pro Bowl selections, was named first-team All-Pro twice, and helped lead the Giants to 6 NFL title games. He recorded 30 interceptions and scored 5 defensive touchdowns, a rare feat for a middle linebacker. Known for his durability, Huff appeared in 168 career games, rarely missing a snap during his 13 seasons in the league. In 1964, a blockbuster trade sent him to Washington, where he continued to dominate in the middle. When Vince Lombardi took over as coach in 1969, Huff came out of brief retirement to anchor the defense one last time before retiring for good. Off the field, Huff became a respected broadcaster and ambassador for the sport. His leadership and hard-nosed style helped shape the identity of modern linebackers. In 1982, he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, cementing his place among the greatest defenders ever. Ted Hendricks showcased what it meant to be a game-changer at linebacker. Standing at 6'7", the man known as the Mad Stork dominated offenses from 1969 to 1983 with the Colts, Packers, and Raiders. Drafted in the second round of the 1969 NFL Draft by the Baltimore Colts, Hendricks quickly became one of the most versatile defenders in football history. Originally a defensive end, he was shifted to linebacker by Don Shula, a move that reshaped his career and the position itself. Over 15 remarkable seasons, Hendricks played in 215 consecutive games, a record for linebackers that still stands. His defensive resume is staggering: 26 interceptions, 16 fumble recoveries, and 4 safeties, which remain tied for an NFL record. He also blocked an incredible number of kicks, punts, field goals, and extra points, earning a reputation as one of the league's best at changing momentum in a single play. Hendricks' greatness translated into championships. He won 4 Super Bowls, 1 with the Colts, Super Bowl V, and 3 with the Raiders, 11, 15, 18, and was selected to 8 Pro Bowls and 6 first-team All-Pro rosters. His long limbs and awareness allowed him to dominate both the run and pass game, influencing how linebackers were used in modern defenses. In 1990, Ted Hendricks was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame, immortalizing his career as one of intelligence, durability, and dominance. Chuck Bednarik defined toughness in the NFL's early era. Playing for the Philadelphia Eagles from 1949 to 1962, he became known as Concrete Charlie, the league's last true Iron Man who refused to leave the field. Bednarik wasn't just a linebacker, he also played center, handling both offense and defense for nearly every snap of his 14-year career. Drafted first overall in 1949, Bednarik helped lead the Eagles to the NFL championship that same year and again in 1960. That second title run became legendary. At 35 years old, he was still playing both ways, and his game-saving tackle on Green Bay's Jim Taylor in the final seconds secured Philadelphia's 17-13 victory, the team's last championship before the Super Bowl era. Across 169 career games, Bednarik recorded 20 interceptions, 21 fumble recoveries. He was selected for 8 Pro Bowls and 10 All-Pro selections, but 6 of those All-Pro selections were first team. He missed only 3 games in 14 seasons, an almost impossible record in modern football. His punishing hit on Giants star Frank Gifford in 1960 became one of the most famous plays in NFL history, a moment that defined the sport's grit and physicality. Bednarik's number 60 was retired by the Eagles, and in 1967 he was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in his first year of eligibility. To this day, Chuck Bednarik remains a symbol of endurance, power, and the relentless spirit that built the NFL's reputation as America's toughest game. Nick Buonaconti. He transformed what it meant to be an undersized linebacker in the NFL. Standing just 5 feet 11 inches and weighing 220 pounds, he defied every expectation through sheer intelligence and determination. Born in 1940 in Springfield, Massachusetts, Buonaconti played college football at Notre Dame, where he captained the team and earned his degree in 1962 before being drafted by the AFL's Boston Patriots. From 1962 to 1968, he became the defensive heartbeat of the Patriots, earning 2 AFL All-Star selections and establishing himself as one of the most instinctive tacklers in the league. When he joined the Miami Dolphins in 1969, his leadership transformed the defense into one of the most dominant units in NFL history. As captain of the Dolphins' famed no-name defense, Buoniconti anchored a unit that powered Miami to 3 straight Super Bowl appearances and back-to-back championships in 1972 and 1973, including the NFL's only perfect season in 1972. Over his 183-game career, he had 32 interceptions, but Pro Football Reference lists 24 sacks as unofficial stats since sacks were not an officially tracked statistic until 1982. After retiring in 1976, Buoniconti's legacy expanded beyond football. He became a successful lawyer, broadcaster, and later co-founded the Miami Project to cure paralysis after his son Mark's spinal injury. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2001, Joe Schmidt led the golden era of Detroit Lions football. Playing middle linebacker from 1953 to 1965, Schmidt became the on-field general who led Detroit to 2 NFL championships in 1953 and 1957. Born in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, and drafted in the 7th round out of the University of Pittsburgh, he entered the league with little fanfare, but quickly became one of the most intelligent and respected defenders of his time. Schmidt's game was built on anticipation and discipline. He could diagnose a play before the snap, often beating the ball to the point of attack. Over his 13-year career, he recorded 24 interceptions and 17 fumble recoveries, proving he was more than just a tackler. He was a turnover machine in an era when defensive stats were rarely tracked. His leadership anchored a Lions defense that became one of the toughest units of the 1950s. A 10-time Pro Bowler and 8-time first-team All-Pro, Schmidt was named to the NFL's 1950s All-Decade Team and later to the NFL 100th Anniversary All-Time Team. After hanging up his cleats, he stayed with Detroit, serving as head coach from 1967 to 1972, extending his influence from the locker room to the sidelines. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1973, Joe Schmidt's name remains etched in NFL history as the standard for field awareness and leadership among linebackers. Harry Carson. He exemplified what it meant to lead from the middle. Playing for the New York Giants from 1976 to 1988, Carson became the voice and anchor of one of football's most feared defenses. Drafted in the 4th round out of South Carolina State, he wasn't expected to dominate the NFL, but through determination and intelligence, he rose to become a 9-time Pro Bowler and 2-time first-team All-Pro. Carson's strength was his mind as much as his body. He read offenses with surgical precision, diagnosing plays before they unfolded. As captain of the Big Blue Wrecking Crew, he set the tone for teammates like Lawrence Taylor and Carl Banks. His leadership reached its peak in 1986 when he captained the Giants to their first Super Bowl victory, a moment that solidified his place among the greats. Over 13 seasons and 173 games, Carson recorded more than 1,000 tackles, recovered 14 fumbles, and scored a touchdown on defense. But his legacy goes beyond the stat sheet. After football, he became one of the first players to speak publicly about concussions and their long-term impact, urging the NFL to take player safety seriously long before it became national conversation. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2006, he wasn't the loudest or flashiest linebacker, but when the Giants needed a leader, Harry Carson stood tall and carried the team with heart and purpose. Bill George. He revolutionized what it meant to play linebacker in the NFL. Joining the Chicago Bears in 1952, George began as a middle guard in a 5-man front. But by 1954, his instincts changed football forever. Instead of staying on the line, he dropped back into coverage, creating what became known as the 4-3 defense. That single move turned him into the game's first true middle linebacker, a position that would later be home to legends like Butkus, Lambert, and Lewis. Across 15 seasons with the Bears and Rams, George played 173 games, earning 8 Pro Bowl selections and 8 first-team All-Pro honors from 1954 to 1961. He recorded 18 interceptions, 19 fumble recoveries, and even kicked field goals and extra points early in his career. Standing 6 feet 2 inches, 237 pounds, he was both a strategist and an enforcer, reading quarterbacks while commanding Chicago's defense like a field general. In 1963, George helped lead the Bears to an NFL championship, anchoring a defense that allowed the fewest points in the league. His leadership, toughness, and innovative play established him as one of the cornerstones of modern defense. Inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 1974, and with his number 61 retired by the Bears, Bill George's name endures as the man who gave linebackers their identity. Every time a middle linebacker drops into coverage today, they're echoing the genius of the player who started it all. Ray Nitschke. He symbolized toughness at middle linebacker for the Green Bay Packers from 1958 to 1972. Standing 6 feet 3 inches and weighing 235 pounds, he became the anchor of Vince Lombardi's defense during one of the NFL's greatest dynasties. Drafted in the 3rd round out of Illinois, Nitschke quickly earned a reputation as the emotional leader of a team built on discipline and physicality. Over 15 seasons, he appeared in 190 regular season games, starting 124 of them, and became a 5-time NFL champion, including victories in Super Bowl I and II. He recorded 25 career interceptions and 2 defensive touchdowns, remarkable numbers for a middle linebacker in an era that emphasized stopping the run. Named NFL Championship Game MVP in 1962, Nitschke also earned 5 All-Pro selections and was chosen for the NFL's 50th and 75th anniversary teams, later joining the 100th anniversary team as well. Known for his brutal hitting and precise instincts, he was the heartbeat of a Packers defense that dominated the 1960s. Teammates called him relentless, opponents called him terrifying, and coaches called him irreplaceable. His performance in legendary games such as the 1965 NFL Championship and the 1967 Ice Bowl sealed his standing as one of the fiercest competitors in league history. When he retired in 1972, Green Bay honored him by retiring his number 66 jersey. In 1978, Ray Nitschke was enshrined in the Pro Football Hall of Fame, leaving behind a legacy of grit, leadership, and excellence that still defines the linebacker position today. If you enjoyed this video, I'll be posting many more interesting videos on the channel. I'd greatly appreciate it if you could like and subscribe. Thank you very much.